Om. स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Let us spend a few minutes in silence and meditation. Let us offer our salutations to the all-pervading blissful spirit in any name or form we like. As we inhale and exhale very slowly, think of positive vibrations, peaceful vibrations, pure vibrations, strong vibrations, and healthy vibrations entering into your body and mind. Slowly exhale. Peaceful, pure, strong, healthy, and positive vibrations. Let us invite Sri Ramakrishna into our own heart, our Ishtadevata. Think of a beautiful lotus in the center of your chest and offer your pranams at his lotus feet. हृदयकमलमध्ये राजितं निर्विकल्पं सदसदखिलभेदा अतीतं एकस्वरूपं प्रकृतिविकृतिशून्यं नित्यमानन्दमूर्तिं विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः। विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः। विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः। Let us meditate, let us worship, let us recollect, repeat the name of that Supreme Being who is Sri Ramakrishna. Vimala Paramahamsa, the great swan, which is the stainless one. Where do you meditate? In the center of your heart, on a lotus. Prakriti Vikruti Shunyam Nityam Ananda Murtim, the quality of Sri Ramakrishna, we can recollect for a few seconds. Beyond the 6 modifications of nature and full of joy, eternal joy, Nityam Ananda Murtim. Let us pray for the well-being of all people, for the good of all people. Selfless, universal prayer. Please repeat. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayaः. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhave. May all be happy, may all be peaceful, may all be free from danger, free from difficulties. May all see what is good. May all realize what is good. May all be enlightened everywhere. May all be happy everywhere, healthy everywhere. Please switch off all the mobile phones, please. Meditation and class. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om, Harihi Om, Harihi Om. Let us chant the Sangha Suktam. Please repeat. Sangachadvam, Sambadadvam, Samvo Manamsi Janatam, Deva Bhagai, Yatha Purve, Sanjanana Upasate. May you move in harmony, speak in one voice. Let your minds be in agreement, just as the ancient gods shared their portion of sacrifice. Samano mantraha, samitis samani, samanam manaha, sahachittamesham, samanam mantra, mabhimantrayevaha, samanena vo havisha juhomi. May our purpose be the same. May we all be of one mind. In order for such unity to form, I offer a common prayer. Samani vahakutihi, samana hridayani vaha, samanamastu vo mano, yatha vasu sahasati. May our intentions and aspirations be alike, so that a common objective unifies us all. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Yes. We are continuing the story of Ramakrishna Mission from Vedic times till today, as it evolved, as it grew. And before that, what are we doing? Reading a little of Swami Vivekananda's lectures from Colombo to Almora. The celebration also is going on, though not in a big way, but at least by study, by spreading the message, and personal reading, or organizing some contests, online, offline, by various centers. That also is very, very important and a responsibility of all of us, more of the public, because these were directly addressed to not monks, not in a small class, but to the whole country. So please be little more serious, little more sincere to understand what Swamiji has told, why he has told. This is our meditation, meditation, meditation. Meditation on the teachings of Vivekananda also is important. Many people are doing it and gaining more connection, more inner inspiration, inner transformation. And subsequently that leads to seva. That leads to selflessness. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. After Buddha, we find Swamiji giving so much emphasis on Bahujana Hitaya, Bahujana Sukhaya. Swami Turiyanandaji mentions this point. He says, brother, Swamiji told Swami Turiyanandaji, I don't understand your so-called religion. I understand, I feel that my heart bleeds for the poor. And he embraced Swami Turiyanandaji. I don't understand your so-called religion. I can only feel for the poor man. The way Swamiji expressed this, Turiyanandaji immediately understood, or he recollects. He says, I have never seen anybody other than Buddha talking like this. It's a very important experience of Swami Turiyanandaji. So, as devotees of Ramakrishna Mission or taking mantra diksha or saying I am coming many years to Ramakrishna Math or participating in the programs is not sufficient. What is required is the deep internalization. It is called internalization. We have to become one with it. Eating food is one thing. Digesting the food and gaining strength is more important, is it not? You may eat whatever food, but if you vomit, or if you have stomach infection after eating food, that means you are not fit for it. You have to do exercise. You have to make yourself fit for at least eating food. Afterwards, exercises, other things will come. Assimilation. People will be eating food, but after a certain period, they find they are losing weight. They are becoming weak. That means assimilation is not there. So it happens like that. Mind game. We put other priorities in front, forgetting Swamiji's need. But those who are working for Swamiji, many. But the number is very strong, and we cannot say everybody. But those who have understood the spirit of Swamiji, spirit of Vedanta, then for them it is heaven on earth. So we are continuing that. From Jaffna, he comes to mainland of India, Bharatadesha, that is Pamban. There Raja Bhaskara Setupati has arranged his own royal ship to receive Swamiji half of a distance in the Indian Ocean. And so many other small boats as a procession in the sea. My Guru is coming, my Guru is coming, my Guru is coming. Raja himself went, received Swamiji halfway in the Indian Ocean, and brought him to the island called Pamban. There a small meeting was arranged. Raja himself was there. He accorded him a hearty welcome. Preparations has been made at the landing wharf for a formal reception. And here on the Pendal on the Indian Ocean, Swamiji was given a special greetings by the local people. The Raja is speaking. The Raja addressed a personal welcome to Swamiji, remarkable for its depth of feeling. And then Swamiji took over. He said, Swamiji says, Swami Vivekananda says to that small gathering on the seashore, our sacred motherland is a land of religion and philosophy, the birthplace of spiritual giants, the land of renunciation, where and where alone, from the most ancient to the most modern times, there has been the highest ideal of life open to man. See the optimism, see the faith, Desha Bhakti ante iti. Deshabhakti cannot come by politics. That is governance, that is some execution of certain goods, certain things to the people. But Swamiji's patriotism, Swamiji's bhakti, Swamiji's love, no parallel. It dives deep into the core of that Bharatavarsha and says, our sacred motherland is a land of religion and philosophy, the birthplace of spiritual giants. See? Shad darshanas are called philosophy. Shad darshanas. 6 universities were there. Each university founded by a Maharishi, with a name, with a purpose, with their own intellectual knowledge and meditation. Kanada, Gautama, Kapila, number of Upanishads, number of sages, nameless. They did not care for their name, they gave their philosophy. Patanjali, Yoga University. Vaisheshika, Nyaya, Sankhya, Vedanta, Mimamsa. All these are great philosophies. You cannot simply brush them aside and go away and you simply do some puja and sit. You have to have a full knowledge of Hinduism. Swamiji himself writes Hinduism, his book itself is there. There is another beautiful book by Swami Nirvedanandaji meant for fundamentals of Hinduism called Hinduism at a Glance. There is another book called Conversations between a daughter and her father and her grandfather, granddaughter, grandfather, called Primer of Hinduism. There all these darshanas will come. What are the Shad darshanas? If anybody asks you, what will you tell? How many avatars are there? We know only Dashavataras. There are so many avatars. Bhagavatam says, Dakshinamurti is an avatar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is an avatar. Sri Ramakrishna is the modern avatar, Rama, Krishna, all that. Swamiji is emphasizing that the land of religion, land of philosophy, Shad Darshana. Philosophy means Darshana. And he continues, I have been to the countries of the West, have traveled through many lands of many races. Each race, each nation appears to me to have a particular ideal, a prominent ideal running through its whole life. And this ideal is the backbone of the national life. Not politics, nor military power, nor commercial supremacy, nor mechanical genius furnishes India with that backbone, but religion. And religion alone is all that we have and mean to have. Spirituality has been always in India. In another place he says, the Hindu eats religiously, sleeps religiously, talks religiously, worships religiously, and dies religiously. See, in the name of secularism, constitution and all that, don't brush away religion. The problem is because of this. The crimes because of this. The poverty because of we are neglecting religion in the true sense of the term. Not just puja punaskaram, some vratas and some homas and some utsavas. That is not religion. That is worship. That is rituals. Don't mix rituals with religion. Every religion has got 3 parts. Part number 1 is rituals will be there. Pujas will be there. Then there is philosophy. In a religion there is philosophy. And there is mysticism in every religion. Some stories, some Puranas. Because common man cannot understand the high philosophies, Shad Darshanas. If you stand near Katamaisama and say Shad Darshanas, they will ask you to get out. There, Devi Namaha, Krishnaya Namaha, Shivaya Namaha, Ramaya Namaha, Ganeshaya Namaha. For them that is their understanding. But every religion has got these 3. There is philosophy, there is rituals, there is mysticism, bhakti. It is very, very important in religion. And what is religion? Tattvam, matam, dharmam. When discuss చేసుకోవాలి మీ ఫ్యామిలీ మీటింగ్స్లో. Otherwise it just becomes one man's property. Only Vivekananda has to work, I take his prasadam only. It doesn't work like that. You have to participate. Swamiji wanted that participation. Have the fundamental knowledge of Hinduism, of Vedanta. Then your life will become so elegant, so dignified, so matured. Otherwise we are just pilgrims, we are just passengers. Somebody is doing, we are going forward. So that is why he puts so much emphasis on this. I keep asking people, why you are not emphasizing or giving importance to Swami Vivekananda's teachings? And I only tell them, just because he mentioned that religion is the backbone of India, not IT or not international business. He says, fortunately or unfortunately, thousands of years ago, our forefathers decided that religion is the backbone of India. After all, it is a wonderful decision by our great ancestors. What is wrong in that? Why only business? Why only IT? Why only science? Why only industry? Why only mechanics? They are taken. Other countries have taken it. We have adopted religion. For good or for bad. That's our decision. Don't take Ganga back to Gangotri and say you move in western direction. It has to flow in its own way. Great indeed are the manifestations of muscular power, and marvelous the manifestations of intellect expressing themselves through machines by the appliances of science. Yet, none of these is more potent than the influence which spirit exerts upon the world. Every machine age, every industrial age, everything collapsed. They are part-time. They cannot solve your problems. Unless men increase in wisdom as much as in knowledge, increase of knowledge will be increase of sorrow. Bertrand Russell said in his book on impact of science on society. Unless men increase in wisdom as much as in knowledge, increase of knowledge will be increase of sorrow. So this is also very important. Machines may be good. Technology is good. It has come from the deep thinking of some great scientists. But much higher is spiritual strength. Dikshatriya balam brahmatejo balam balam. Kaushika realized his mistake, realized the foolishness, realized at a late stage, better late than ever, Dikshatriya balam brahmatejo balam balam. The utility of science you can see, utility of technology you can see when the Russian-Ukraine war is going on. The drones war is going on now, drones. All this is for destruction, is it? How to use the drones, how to use technology, how to use spiritual knowledge alone can tell you. Mind control alone can tell you. The more of meditation along with science can tell you how to control the machine. Don't be controlled by the machine. How to control? You control it. You say no, enough is enough. Let us be peaceful. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. So Swamiji is insisting on this. And he says, many wonderful ideas are there. I am just giving you a sample. The eyes of the whole world are now turned towards this land of India for spiritual food. Whole world is watching India, eager to learn from India. And India has to provide it for all the races. Here alone is the best ideal for mankind. And Western scholars are now striving to understand this ideal, which is enshrined in our Sanskrit literature and philosophy, and which has been the characteristic of India all through the ages. Adhyatmikata, the understanding of the Atma, evolution of the soul, from the amoeba till the multicellular being called man. There is a Pashutvam, animal evolution. Later evolved the man. And then in the man there is the divinity. But What is that spiritual, this one? Sthita Prajna Lakshana, second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna wants to know, how does a man walk? Man of steady wisdom. Sthita Pragnasya ka bhasha. What is his language? Sthita Pragnasya ka bhasha. Sthita dhihi. Kim prabhasheta. Kim asita. Kim rajeta. How does he walk? How does he sit? How does he talk? What is his body language? Please tell me, O Lord. And Krishna very beautifully says, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatan atmanyevatmana tushtaha sthita pragnastadochyate. Such a person is of steady wisdom, who has mentally renounced sarvan kaman prajahati. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan. The force in the mind of these kama, desires, he has surrendered. He has given up. He says, I don't want this. And where does he find the happiness? Atmanyevatmana tushtaha sthita pragnastadochyate. This is spirituality. This is the understanding of the spirit. Somebody was telling me the other day, cyber crimes, cyber bullying, cyber this and cyber that. How? What is happening? Police are confused. The IT department is confused. Common man is cheated by somebody. They are using the technology to mislead the people. Crores and crores of rupees goes away in few seconds by one OTP. Warnings are given. But nobody talks about this training of the mind, control of the mind, the purity of the mind. That is why again we are going around the same, fire in the mountain, run, 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 children play musical chairs. We are not putting out the fire, we are running out of fear. This is the problem. Why we should run out of fire? Let us put out the fire and walk. Why so much of misleading and going in the wrong direction to find the solution, when so much of diamonds are there in front of you? Swamiji says, diamonds are there in front of you, we are searching for the glass beads in the market of life. What a powerful teaching. Diamonds are there in front of you, we are searching for glass beads in the market of life. Our trupti is only glass beads. And then to make it more clear, one sloka he writes, one message he writes, Swamiji. He says, Kim nama rodashi sake? Why are you weeping, my friend? This is for those who are in depression, who are under tremendous stress, strain. Why? What is your problem? Matter problem? Money problem? It is the matter which is very heavy because your mind has become very small. So he says, Kim nama rodashi sake? Why are you weeping, O friend? In you is all power, tvai sarvashaktihi. Amantrayasva bhagavan bhagada swarupam. Summon up your energy, O Almighty One. Say there is a heavy, luggage, a very, very heavy box in your room. You have to take it out. Pushing and pushing will not do. So you summon up your energy. Take a dam, take a prana shakti. Summon up your energy, O Almighty One. Amantrayasva bhagavan bhagada swarupam. Then what will happen? So much power will come when you invite that Atman inside out. Trailokyam etadakilam tavapada mule. The three worlds will be at your feet. Not by fighting, not by arrogance or not by destruction, but by the power of the Spirit. And the last sentence he says, Atmaiva hi prabhavati nah jadak kadachit. Atman alone predominates. Is Vivekananda stamp. We should be proud of it. We should be insisting it. We should work on this more and more, more and more. Not all ordinary namby-pamby things. Atmaiva hi prabhavati. Nah jada kadachit. Look at the language. This jada vastu will not predominate. Atmaiva hi prabhavati. That he is insisting. He says, the eyes of the whole world are now turned towards this land of India for spiritual food. Atmaiva prabhavati. There's so much of eagerness. Here we are busy only with corruption and caste and politics. Already Harvard University has started special meetings on Hinduism, on Buddhism, on comparative religions. When these classes are going on, when our Swami was discussing this in online classes, people in India are surprised. We have nothing of this. We don't hear anything. No discussion, only argument and quarrel and misunderstanding. They are very serious. If they don't agree, they don't agree by, you have to show them the cause. What they think, everything may not be right, but we have to give the lessons. But we should have the lesson. We should have the knowledge. We should have the love. We should have the confidence of knowledge. Then Swamiji says, since the dawn of history, no missionary went out of India to propagate the Hindu doctrines and dogmas, but now a wonderful change is coming over to us. Sri Bhagavan Krishna says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Whenever virtue subsides and immorality prevails, then I come again and again to help the world. Religious researchers disclose to us the fact that there is not a country possessing a good ethical code, but has borrowed something of it from us. And there is not one religion possessing good ideas of the immortality of their soul, but has derived it directly or indirectly from us. The pride, the joy. You are born in that great land of the sages. We should feel when you are walking in the streets. Then says here, there never was a time in the world's history when there was so much robbery, high-handedness and tyranny of the strong over the weak. Everybody should know that there is no salvation except through the conquering of desires, and that no man is free who is subject to the bondage of matter. Second chapter again, reference. Sita Prajna Lakshana, Krishna gives a warning. Pranashyati, he says. There will be total destruction if we meditate or think only of matter, matter, matter. Vastu, vastu, vastu. Vastu Tantra Gnana has increased. Tattva Gnana is in the storage, in the storeroom. Somebody told us, whenever I am in depression, I will read Vivekananda. What is this? My argument is, why at all depression in Vivekananda you read? You are waiting for depression, that means. Oh, let it come, please come, depression come, suicide come, tension come. It is waiting outside in the trees, Sri Ramakrishna says. Why are you waiting? Why are you thinking of depression when Swamiji is there with you? When the mother is there, has the child any fear? That is our problem. We are finding the truth in the wrong place. So he says here, the great truth all nations are slowly coming to understand and appreciate. This great truth. Atmaiva hi prabhavati nah jada kadachit chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. That is the message of Vedanta. As soon as the disciple is in a position to grasp the truth, the words of the Guru come to his help. The Lord sends help to his own children in his infinite mercy, which never ceaseth and is ever flowing in all creeds. Our Lord is the Lord of all religions. This idea belongs to India alone, and I challenge any one of you to find it in any other scripture of the world. A great moral obligation rests on the sons of India. All of us. A great moral obligation rests on the sons of India to fully equip themselves for the work of enlightening the world on the problems of human existence. Durlabham trayamaevaitad daivanugrahetukam manushyatvam mumukshutvam mahapurusha samshayah. Shankaracharya's third shloka in Viveka Chudamani. And then, what a wonderful language of Shankaracharya in the Viveka Chudamani. He says, somebody, when the disciple asks, what is Maya? Sanna hibhayatmikano, bhinna bhinna hibhayatmikano, mahadbhuta anirvachaneya rupa is Maya. What musical dialogues he gives. Sanna hibhayatmikano, bhinna bhinna hibhayatmikano, mahadbhuta anirvachaneya rupa. You cannot explain. That is Maya, statement of fact. This is the language. This is the message we have to give. But first let us read Swamiji properly. Purchase this book. Go and read like a school boy, as if there is tomorrow entrance test. How much children are struggling? Now it starts, exam time, December. Exam. Okay, that is their karma. Let them enjoy. But let them be prepared for it. No fear. Put fear to fear. Swamiji is with you. Sri Ramakrishna is with you. Bhayonni bhayam bettali. Hey, pada baitiki, get out. Why are you coming here? I am studying science. Adi cheppukunda fear. And fear will become a Dracula. It will sit on your head. Swami says, off with it. Spirituality alone lives. God alone lives. He gives a nice sweep of Vedanta. That is his Colombo Talmora lectures. He gave the best possible solutions to the problems of Bharatadesha. Then he says here, you see, yes, one thing we may note, whereas you will find that good and great men of other countries take pride in tracing back to their descent to some robber baron who lived in mountain fortress, emerged from time to time to plunder passing wayfarers. We Hindus, on the other hand, take pride in being the descendants of rishis and sages who lived on roots and fruits in mountains and caves, meditating on the Supreme. You ask any American or any European what is his background, he will trace his descendant to some robber, some bandicoot, some dacoit who was plundering, who was living in forests and attacking people and killing them. But ask any Hindu, and then he will quote, I belong to the race of Gautama Rishi Gotra, Angirasa Gotra, Bharadwaja Gotra. That is your background. That is your tradition. Be proud of it, he says. Then you see, we may be degraded and degenerated now, but however degraded and degenerated we may be, we can become great if only we begin to work in right earnest on behalf of our religion. Accept my hearty thanks for the kind and cordial reception you have given me. It is impossible for me to express my gratitude to the Raja of Ramnad for his love towards me. If any good work has been done by me and through me, India owes much to this good man, for it was he who conceived the idea of my going to Chicago, and it was he who put that idea into my head and persistently urged me on to accomplish it. Standing beside me, he, with all his old enthusiasm, is still expecting me to do more and more work. I wish there were half a dozen such Rajas to take interest in our dear motherland and work for her amelioration in the spiritual line. So Swamiji is putting Rajarishi concept before all of us. Rajarishi. Rajanascha rishayascha te Rajarishi. Raja outside, a king rishi inside. Such people more and more, if they are in administration, if they are in governance, if they are in politics, that is real science. That is real service to the nation. All this Swamiji mentions in his lectures. We are just in the beginning. He has reached just Pamban. Then Rameshwaram he goes. There, what is real worship he mentions. Then comes to Ramnad. Then turning point, how India wakes from her sleep. So all this as time has come, 125 years old lecture, when we read it is as if he spoke yesterday, as if he spoke just 2 months back. 125 years old lectures. And we should be thankful for Josephine Goodwin, Joshua Goodwin, who was always like Ganesha for Vyasa. Goodwin was for Swami Vivekananda. Can you do that? Can you think of it? 24 hours, this young man, without sleep, putting that feather pen in the ink pot and carrying it everywhere, wherever Swamiji went. These were all extempore talks. These were not prepared and given beforehand. I will speak this only. No. As the situation came, Swamiji burst on the scene of India. And Goodwin is right. Whole day. At that time, no mic, no proper arrangement, just in the open fields or in some building. But Swamiji was like Shiva, Shivathandava Nrityam, Abhirabi Hunkara, Nadita Dhingmukha, Prachanda Thandava Nrityam, Murta Maheshwara song. Look at the Padaprayoga, the language used by his own disciple, Sharatchandra Chakravarti. Abhirabi Hunkara, Nadita Dhingmukha, Prachanda Thandava Nrityam. Pah, pah, pah. How he must have spoken. Everywhere he's giving the Hunkara, the Shankhanada of Abhi, Abhi, Abhi. Dhairyam, Dhairyam, Dhairyam. Be fearless, be fearless. Oh India, enough of this slavery. Simply we are sitting. And see, Nadita Dhingmukha. In all the directions he is blowing the conch. Prachanda Thandava Nrityam. He is giving that, showing how to die, how to serve. Destruction of death, destruction of evil. Not Thandava Nrityam is not always destruction. It can be construction also. It can be resurgence also. So as mothers, as fathers, as students, as youth, take Swamiji seriously. Don't hesitate. Don't have that inhibition, that doubt. Recently I went to Adilabad and I told one principal of a college, you please put Colombo Talmor lectures in Telugu or English in your library and you also read and tell. She took it. She took 2-3 books and was happy. But inhibition, she has a hesitation. She is asking somebody, suppose I take these books, will somebody object about that it is religion? I was so shocked. The head of the institution is not having that confidence to take Swamiji to the college. Look at, see how politics and irrational thinking has obstructed their thought. That mother, take it. Amma, take it. Be fearless. Why are you hesitant? This is Swamiji's lectures about India. Yes, he has used, he has given what Vedanta is, he clarified certain doubts because India was under confusion. Don't worry about it. This is also your responsibility. So that is the background of Ramakrishna Mission. Story of Ramakrishna Mission does not mean only it just came, it just is going on. No. Last Sunday I was pointing it out. How one man, Swami Ramakrishna, just within 15 days he came. And Swami Vivekananda sent his own disciple Sadananda to be of help with Swami Ramakrishna to Madras. Within 15 days. He says here, and then this man, Swami Ramakrishna, within 5 years, Swamiji became well known in Madras. His work was appreciated by many. From 1898, Sri Ramakrishna's birthday celebration in Madras started. And Ramakrishnanji, because following Swamiji's concept of seva, what did he start? He started Annadanam in Ramakrishna Mat Madras. And he says today I was reading the history, Sri Ramakrishna's birthday celebration, Swami Ramakrishnanji fed 7,000 poor people, 1898. No money, no this one, but it came. When you have the correct intention, pure intention, Sargadwaram apavrutam, the gates of heaven will open. At that time, Ramakrishnaji is feeding 7,000 people, and even now that continues in all the centers in the South India. Naranarayana Seva. Think about it. How Ramakrishna Mission is working. What for is it working? Then Swami Ramakrishna's service in Madras is legendary in the Ramakrishna order. So many, 14 years he stayed. 1897, March he came. 1911 he left. He developed tuberculosis. Not much of treatment. He had eczema. He had so much of physical problems. But he went on relentlessly serving his master, serving the Lord, because Swamiji has told. When it became unbearable, when no more he could not good, he went back to Kolkata. The other Swamis took over. Traveling deep into Kerala. Kayam Kulam. He went deep into Kayamkulam village, Haripath, and Thiruvananthapuram, Kanyakumari, Kerala center started. And whole Karnataka, Bengaluru, Mysore. He says, in July 1903, he visited Alsur in Bengaluru, invited by the Vedanta Society, which already started. 4,000 people, 52 bhajan parties came to railway station to receive Ramakrishnananda. See how the Lord works. A dozen public lectures raised a strong wave of spirituality in Bengaluru and Mysore. And in 1906, a permanent center was started in Bengaluru. The Divan gave 18 acres in Basavangudi area. From there, he went to Kerala, started centers in Thiruvananthapuram and other places, publication work. At that time itself, books started publishing, Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, inspired talks, his own lectures on universe and man, soul of man, Krishna, pastoral and kingmaker, thinkers of education, search after happiness. He wrote a book on Ramanujacharya in Bengali, and that has been translated into English by Swami Tapasyanji, because he thought the Ramanujacharya's bhakti should reach Bengal. People did not know much about Ramanujacharya in Bengal. So he wrote in Bengali and published in a book in that form. Then, another side you see, Swamiji, how he was full of joy when this work is going on. He said, Swamiji in London, his own expression, experience, anubhavam, he is putting it to beautiful word. He says, you see, at night, I go to my room and lie down. Vivekananda is telling, I go to my room and lie down. I keep quiet for a while. And then within me, so much anandam, so much bliss arises that I cannot stay lying down. Swamiji says, I see the blissful mother before me. Anandamayin చూస్తున్నారు Vivekananda. London. Men, animals, sky, earth, all are saturated with anandam, bliss. Upanishad realization this is. In connection with this, there is a passage in Chandogya Upanishad. The rishis are visualizing, experiencing what? Dhyayativa prithivi, dhyayativa voshadayaha, dhyayativa nadyaha, dhyayativa vanaspatayaha, dhyayativa nakshatrayaha, ityadi. Goes on, big passage. The rivers are meditating. The Brahma, the stars are meditating, the trees are meditating, the grass is meditating, the rivers are meditating, the oceans is meditating. Sarvatram dhyayativa. Everything is meditating on the Parabrahman. Rishis are telling, expressing it in Chandogya Upanishad. The uniqueness of that Brahmanda Dhyana, Vedanta Dhyana, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. That Swamiji is telling, men, animals, sky, earth, all are saturated with bliss. I cannot lie down any longer. So I get up. And what does Swamiji do? And dance in the middle of the room. And in another place he says, my body is shattered, as it were. I am not seeing my body. I am seeing only joy. I am seeing only the Atma. I am seeing only the Jyoti. That is why sometimes, again and again, every half an hour, Swamiji used to stand in front of a big mirror in London and America, big mirror, where whole body can be seen. And one of his disciples says, Swamiji, you are so attached to your body. Then Vivekananda said, you fool. I am forgetting my body. I want to see my body. Otherwise, I have to leave my body. He says, I am forgetting my body. That is why I go in front of the mirror and say, yes, I have a body. The spirit has got a body, showcase. Just one box is there. That is how Swamiji continued to stay by force in this body, flesh and blood. Otherwise, he would have gone long back. Sri Ramakrishna kept him for some time. Naren will teach the world. Naren Shikha Debe. That is Swamiji. And this Ramakrishnaji, Shivanji, Brahmanji, they had to move along with him in that speed. They could not. They could not. Swami Adbhutanji tried. What? Naren is so great. I am also great. And Naren is meditating. Let me see how much concentration he has. He sat by his side and lifted his mind to some level. Then he found Swamiji is miles ahead in meditation. Then this Bhutanji lifted his own mind little more. Swamiji is much more. Then he did namaskaram to Swamiji. Swamiji said, how can you test me? All that test is over by my master. So I get up and dance. That bliss can no longer be confined within my heart. The whole world becomes filled with it, as it were. Be happy. Don't be depressed. The mother is everywhere. All will be filled with bliss. Anandamayam, Anandamayam, Anandamayam Jagat. Jagadanandam, Jagadanandam, Jagadanandam. Sita Mata is sitting in Ashokavana, all alone. No Rama, no Lakshmana, no Kausalya, no Janaka. Only Rakshasis. Only the terrible Ravana coming occasionally to tempt her, to brainwash her. Valmiki Maharshi says, Mother Sita was full of Ramamaya. She was just floating in the world of Rama. Nothing could touch her. Whenever that fellow comes, that idiot called Ravana, what does Mother Sita do? She puts one gaddipulla. Just one small straw and says, this is your value. Where is Rama? Where you are? And Ravana had that little intelligence. He took all the forms, beautiful forms, handsomest forms in the world to tempt Mother Sita. But he could not take the form of Rama. He could not take the form of Rama. And Narada Maharshi wanted to tickle him, wanted to do some mischief. He says, Ravana, you are wasting your time, sir. Just take the form of Rama and Sita will be yours. Ravana used his little buddhi. Was Veda Pandit, you see. And he said, if I take the form of Rama, problem is, I will not be able to see Sita. I will be seeing it as my own self. Sita Ram, Ram Sita. I will not be seeing her as a woman for enjoyment. I will be seeing her as my own sadharmachari, my own self. So that he could not take. And here the same thing is compared by the great scholars. Holy Mother Sharda Devi sitting, cooking, working, the terrible conditions of the Nabat in Dakshineshwar. Recently we had an opportunity to see and wait there. Some people go and just do namaskaram and run away. We should go and visualize, read that story in that place. We went from the back, we hit our head. And Mother hit her head 14 times, 15 times. That small threshold called Gummam. Narrow place. No electricity. No this, no facilities. 3 people are sleeping in that small room. Mother is sleeping. Yoginma is sleeping. Guests are coming and sleeping. And above, she is keeping one pot for Sri Ramakrishna's food. And Mother Chandramani Devi is sitting there above, her mother-in-law. And somebody asked, Amma, how did you feel at that time in the Nahabat? You were working with such difficult conditions. Mother Sharda said, if a jar full of joy is put into your heart, how will you feel, my son? Mother Sharda is asking her disciple, if a jar full of joy is put into your heart, installed in you, how will you feel, my son? Full of joy, ma. Full of anandam. Same thing is happening to me. I am full of joy. And the great research scholar said, Sita Mayata is having Ramamayam, Jeevitam there in Ashokavana. Our Sita is full of Ramakrishnayam. Adbhutamainoka, what you call the observation. There Sita Ramamayam, here Mother Sharada Ramakrishnayam. Always Ramakrishna, Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna Gata Prana, Tannama Shravana Priyam, Tadbhava Ranjita Akaram. She plays in that bhava called Sri Ramakrishna. Tadbhava Ranjita, Ranjistundi, Anandistundi Amma. To that mother we do namaskaram. We will sing it in another 10 minutes. We should recollect all this. Swamiji is Anandam, you see. And Swamiji is giving that direction from America, direction from Himalayas, direction from this one to Shashi Maharaj. And this man says, through his letter, Swamiji repeatedly stressed on the need to undertake selfless work in the service of the poor. In 1894, before coming to India, Swamiji is writing to his beloved disciple Alasinga Perumal. There's a beautiful book in the bookstall. If stock, I don't know, is not there or not, please go and inquire. It's called Alasinga Perumal, the illustrious disciple of Swami Vivekananda. To him, Swamiji writes 1894. How to spread the message. Alasinga Perumal means, don't think it is only one character. You all are Alasinga Perumal. Those who are online, those who are offline. He is telling, start a monthly magazine. And that monthly magazine already more than 100 years over, it is called Brahmavadin. Brahmavadin became Vedanta Kesari in Madras. Then another magazine started, Prabuddha Bharata, all during Swamiji's time. Swamiji made Trigunatharani start Bengali magazine, Udbodan. See how particular he was that this message should reach common man, reach every household regularly. And I was doing research. Swamiji commanded Alasinga in one of his letters. What does he write? Commanded Alasinga Perumal, your salvation depends upon making the Brahmavadin a success. Your moksha depends on a magazine. And he says, let this paper be your Ishtadevata. Wow. So why I am telling you all this is a letter written by Swami Ramakrishnanda to Swamiji about Alasinga's difficulties. He says, this fellow is so sick, he is not able to, high fever. And he has taken 1,000 or 2,000 rupee loan to publish Brahmavadin. Shashi Maharaj is recommending, brother, please send some money, otherwise this fellow will die. That was there, this one. And his brother took loan and he went from house to house to get few paisa. And today that magazines are there, which is also little our duty to purchase the magazines, to subscribe for the magazines and to distribute the monthly journals, because Swamiji is this one. I have seen Ranganathanji talking about it again and again. If anybody comes, he said, have you subscribed to Vedanta Kesari? That is Swamiji's magazine. Have you subscribed to Prabuddha Bharata? That is Swamiji's magazine. Ranganathanji used to tell. He used to insist, because that is Sangha's contribution, Sangha's seva, Sangha seva. This is also your responsibility. That's why Story of Ramakrishna Mission, all of you should read deeper and deeper and participate in these classes so that more bhakti will come. Next we will continue. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.
Sa मम दीन बन्धो धृतोऽपि हृदये न च भाति किञ्चित् तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो तेजस्तरन्ति तरसा त्वयि तृप्ता तृष्णा रागे कृते ऋतपथे त्वयि राम कृष्णे मर्त्यामृतं तव पदं मरणोर्मि नाशं तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो कृत्यं करोति कलुषं कुहकान्तकारी श्नान्तं शिवं सुविमलं तव नाम नाथ यस्मादहं त्वशरणो जगदेक गम्या तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्म स्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। सर्वमङ्गल माङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। सृष्टि स्थितिविनाशानां शक्ति भूतेषु सनातने गुणाश्रये गुणामये नारायणे नमोस्तुते शरणागता दीनार्ता परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणे नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। प्रकृतिं परमां अभयां वरदां नररूपधरां जनतापहरां शरणागतसेवकतोषकरीं प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां अपराधयुता कृपयाद्य समुद्धर मोहगता तरणीं भवसागर पारकरीं प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां विषयं कुसुमं परिहृत्य सदा चरणाम्बुरहामृतशान्तिसुधां पिब भृङ्गमनो भवरोगहरां प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां कृपां कुरु महादेवी सुतेषु प्रणतेषु च चरणाश्रयदानेन कृपामयि नमोऽस्तुते लज्जापटावृते नित्यं शारदे ज्ञानदायिके पापेभ्यो नः सदा रक्ष कृपामयि नमोऽस्तुते रामकृष्णगतप्राणा तन्नाम श्रवणप्रिया तद्भावरञ्जिताकारा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः पवित्रं चरितं यस्याः पवित्रं जीवनं तथा पवित्रता स्वरूपिण्यै तस्यै कुर्मो नमो नमः। देवीं प्रसन्नां प्रणतातिहन्त्रीं योगीन्द्रपूज्यां युगधर्मपात्रीं तां शारदां भक्तिविज्ञानदात्रीं दयास्वरूपां प्रणमामि नित्यं। स्नेहेन बध्नासि मनोस्मदीयं दोषानशेषान् सगुणीकरोषि आहेतुनानो दयसे सदोषान् स्वान्ते गृहीत्वा यदिदं विचित्रं प्रसीद मातर्विनयेन याचे नित्यं भव स्नेहवते सुतेषु प्रेमैकबिन्दुं चिरदग्धचित्ते वेषें च चित्तं कुरु न सुशान्तं। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयोः श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः।
పేజ్ 7 7.
गाये गणपति जगवंदना, गाये गणपति जगवंदना, गाये गणपति जगवंदना, गाये गणपति जगवंदना। शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदना, गाये गणपति जगवंदना। गाइए गणपति जगवंदन शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगलदाता मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगलदाता मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगलदाता मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगलदाता विद्यावारिधि बुद्धि विधाता विद्यावारिधि बुद्धि विधाता गाइए गणपति जगवंदन शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन मांगत तुलसीदास करो जोरे मांगत तुलसीदास करो जोरे मांगत तुलसीदास करो जोरे मांगत तुलसीदास करो जोरे बसहि राम सिया मानस मोरे बसहि राम सिया मानस मोरे गाइए गणपति जगवंदन शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन गाइए गणपति गाइए गणपति गाइए गणपति जगवंदन
పేజ్ 18.
चरण बिना मुझे कछु नहीं भावे झूठ माया सब स्वपनन की लागी लटक गुरु चरणन की मोरी लागी लटक गुरु चरणन की मोरी लागी लटक गुरु चरणन की चरण बिना मुझे कछु नहीं भावे चरण बिना मुझे कछु नहीं भावे चरण बिना मुझे कछु नहीं भावे।
चरण बिना मुझे
कछु नहीं भावे। झूठ माया सब सपनन की, झूठ माया सब सपनन की। लागे लटक गुरु चरणन की, मोरी लागे लटक गुरु चरणन की। भव सागर सब सोख गया है। 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 फिकर नहीं मुझे तरणन की, भव सागर सब सुख गया है। फिकर नहीं मुझे तरण की। मीरा कहे प्रभु गिरिधर नागर, मीरा कहे प्रभु गिरिधर नागर। मीरा कहे प्रभु गिरिधर नागर। मीरा कहे प्रभु गिरिधर नागर। उलट भई मोर नयनन की, उलट भई मोर नयनन की। मोर लागे लटक गुरु चरणन की, मोर लागे लटक गुरु चरणन की। मोर लागे लटक गुरु चरणन की। चरण बिना मुझे कछु नहीं भावे।
चरण बिना मुझे
कछु नहीं भावे। चरण बिना मुझे कछु नहीं भावे। चरण बिना मुझे कछु नहीं भावे। झूठ माया सब सपनन की, झूठ माया सब सपनन की। लागे लटक गुरु चरणन की, मोरी लागे लटक गुरु चरणन की। मोरी लागे लटक गुरु लागे लटक गुरु लागे लटक गुरु चरणन की।
పేజ్ 24 24.
चंद्रशेखर 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 पाहि मां। चंद्रशेखर 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 रक्ष मां। चंद्रशेखर 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 पाहि मां। चंद्रशेखर 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 रक्ष मां। रत्नसानुशरासन
भजताद्रि शृङ्गनिकेतनम्
चिञ्जिनीकृतपन्नगेश्वर अच्युतानमसायकम् क्षिप्रदग्धपुरात्रयं त्रिदशालयैरभिनन्दितम् चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वै यमः चन्द्रशेखर 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 पाहि मां चन्द्रशेखर 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 रक्ष माम् भेषजं भवरोगिणामखिलापदामपहारिणम् दक्षयज्ञविनाशनं त्रिगुणात्मकं त्रिविलोचनम् भक्तिमुक्तिफलप्रदं सकलाकसङ्घविनाशनम् चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वै यमः चन्द्रशेखर 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 पाहि मां चन्द्रशेखर 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 रक्ष माम् भक्तवत्सलमर्चितं निधिमक्षयं हरिदम्बरम् सर्वभूतपतिं परात्परमप्रमेयमनुत्तमम् सोमवारणभूभृताशन सोमपानिलकाकृतिम् चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वै यमः चन्द्रशेखर 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 पाहि मां चन्द्रशेखर 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 रक्ष माम् विश्वसृष्टिविधायिनं पुनरेव पालन तत्परम् संहरन्तमपि प्रपञ्चमशेषलोकनिवासिनम् क्रीडयन्तमहर्निशं गणनाथयूतसमन्वितम् चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वै यमः चन्द्रशेखर 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 पाहि मां चन्द्रशेखर 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 रक्ष माम् चन्द्रशेखर 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 पाहि मां चन्द्रशेखर 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 रक्ष मां चन्द्रशेखर रक्ष मां चन्द्रशेखर रक्ष माम्
పేజ్ 68 6 8.
सदानंदमयी काली महाकालिर्मनमोहिनी सदानंदमयी काली महाकालिर्मनमोहिनी सदानंदमयी काली महाकालिर्मनमोहिनी सदानंद अपनी नाचो अपनी गाओ माँ अपनी नाचो अपनी गाओ अपनी दाओ माँ करताली अपनी नाचो अपनी गाओ अपनी दाओ करताली सदानंदमयी काली महाकाली आदिभूत सनातनी शून्यरूप शशि भाली आदिभूत सनातनी शून्यरूप शशि भाली आदिभूत सनातनी शून्यरूप शशि भाली आदिभूत ब्रह्मांड छिलो ना যখন ব্রহ্মাণ্ড ছিল না যখন মুন্ডমালা কোথায় পেলি ব্রহ্মাণ্ড ছিল না যখন মুন্ডমালা কোথায় পেলি সদানন্দময়ী কালী মহাকালী মনমোহিনী সদানন্দময়ী কালী সবে মাত্র তুমি যন্ত্রী আমরা তোমার তন্ত্রে চলি 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 যেমন নাচাও তেমনি নাচি মা যেমন নাচাও তেমনি নাচি মা যেমন বলাও তেমনি বলি তুমি যেমন নাচাও তেমনি নাচি মা যেমন বলাও তেমনি বলি অশান্ত কমলকান্ত দিয়ে বলে মা গালাগালি অশান্ত কমলকান্ত দিয়ে বলে মা গালাগালি অশান্ত কমলকান্ত দিয়ে বলে মা গালাগালি অশান্ত কমলকান্ত দিয়ে বলে सर्वनाशी धरे आशी धर्माधर्म दुटो तेरी सदानंदमयी काली महाकाली मनमोहिनी सदानंदमयी काली महाकाली मनमोहिनी अपनी नाचो अपनी गाओ माँ अपनी नाचो अपनी गाओ माँ अपनी दाओ माँ करताली अपनी नाचो अपनी गाओ माँ अपनी दाओ माँ करताली सदानंदमयी काली महाकाली मनमोहिनी सदानंदमयी काली सदानंदमयी काली सदानंदमयी काली। दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ 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 कपालिनी माँ काली कपालिनी माँ करुणा सागरी माँ करुणा सागरी माँ काली कपालिनी माँ काली कपालिनी माँ जगदोद्धारिणी माँ जगदोद्धारिणी माँ अम्ब जगदोद्धारिणी माँ अम्ब जगदोद्धारिणी माँ दुर्गे जय जय माँ दुर्गे जय जय माँ अम्ब 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 दुर्गे जय जय माँ
अम्ब जगदोद्धारिणी माँ
दुर्गे जय जय माँ अम्ब दुर्गे
जय जय माँ
अम्ब दुर्गे जय जय माँ
अम्ब दुर्गे जय जय माँ
अम्ब दुर्गे जय जय माँ
अम्ब दुर्गे जय जय माँ
अम्ब दुर्गे जय जय माँ अम्ब दुर्गे जय जय माँ।
రెండు ఒకటి రెండు 212 శరణను 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 అనవే శరణను శరణను
शरणनि अनवे
శ్రీ గురు చరణం నిత్యము మనసా
शरणनो शरणनो शरणनि अनवे श्री गुरु चरणमु नित्यमु
మనసా శరణను శరణను శరణని అనవే రామకృష్ణ గురుని కృపలేకా
रामकृष्ण गुरुनि कृपालेका
రామకృష్ణ గురుని కృపలేకా
रामकृष्ण गुरुनि कृपालेका
తెలియవశమ పరమాత్మ స్వరూపము రామకృష్ణ గురుని కృపలేకా
తెలియవశమ పరమార్థ స్వరూపము
శ్రీ గురునామము నౌకయగాక శ్రీ గురునామము నౌకయగాక భవసాగరమును దాటగ తరమా శ్రీ గురునామము నౌకయగాక భవసాగరమును దాటగ తరమా శరణను శరణను శరణని అనవే శరణను శరణను శరణని అనవే సర్వధర్మముల సారము నీవు
సర్వధర్మముల సారము నీవు
ఆనందామృత సాగరమీవు
సర్వధర్మముల సారము నీవు ఆనందామృత సాగరమీవు
రామకృష్ణ సందేశ గీతమే
రామకృష్ణ సందేశ
ప్రాప్తికి మూల సూత్రము రామకృష్ణ సందేశ గీతమే మోక్ష ప్రాప్తికి మూల సూత్రము శరణను శరణను
శరణని అనవే శరణను శరణను శరణని అనవే
సుందరవదన సన్నుత శరణ
సుందరవదన సన్నుత చరణ
మంగళదాయక మోహనివారక
సుందరవదన సన్నుత చరణ మంగళదాయక మోహనివారక
రామకృష్ణ జయ రామకృష్ణ జయ
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 విజయము విమలయ శుభరూప
రామకృష్ణ జయ రామకృష్ణ జయ విజయ
రామకృష్ణ జయ రామకృష్ణ జయ రామకృష్ణ జయ రామకృష్ణ జయ రామకృష్ణ జయ రామకృష్ణ జయ
రామకృష్ణ జయ రామకృష్ణ జయ
రామకృష్ణ జయ రామకృష్ణ జయ
రామకృష్ణ జయ రామకృష్ణ జయ
రామకృష్ణ జయ రామకృష్ణ జయ
రామకృష్ణ జయ రామకృష్ణ జయ
రామకృష్ణ జయ రామకృష్ణ జయ
రామకృష్ణ జయ రామకృష్ణ జయ
విజయము విమలయ శుభరూప
రామకృష్ణ జయ రామకృష్ణ జయ విజయము విమలయ శుభరూప
శరణను శరణను
శరణని అనవే శరణను శరణను శరణని అనవే
శరణను శరణ శరణని అనవే గురు చరణము నిత్యము మనసా
శరణను శరణను శరణని అనవే శ్రీ గురు చరణము
నిత్యము మనసా శరణను శరణను శరణని అనవే
శరణను శరణను శరణని
అనవే. టూ 291 అమ్మా అమ్మా నీవే అఖిలాండేశ్వరి నీవే అమ్మా అమ్మా నీవే అఖిలాండేశ్వరి నీవే అన్నపూర్ణేశ్వరి నీవే మాది పరాశక్తి నీవే
అన్నపూర్ణేశ్వరి నీవే మాది పరాశక్తి నీవే.
అమ్మా అమ్మా నీవే అఖిలాండేశ్వరి నీవే.
అమ్మా అమ్మా నీవే అఖిలాండేశ్వరి నీవే.
అన్నపూర్ణేశ్వరి నీవే మాది పరాశక్తి నీవే.
అన్నపూర్ణేశ్వరి నీవే మాది పరాశక్తి నీవే.
శ్రీకాళీ శ్రీతార భైరవి భువనేశ్వరి.
శ్రీకాళీ శ్రీతారా భైరవి భువనేశ్వరి.
చిన్నమస్త బగళా కమల ధూమావతి షోడశి.
చిన్నమస్త బగళా కమల ధూమావతి షోడశి.
అమ్మా అమ్మా నీవే అఖిలాండేశ్వరి నీవే.
అమ్మా అమ్మా నీవే అఖిలాండేశ్వరి నీవే.
అన్నపూర్ణేశ్వరి నీవే మాది పరాశక్తి నీవే.
అన్నపూర్ణేశ్వరి నీవే మాది పరాశక్తి నీవే.
జయంతి మంగళమాల కాళి భద్రకాళి కపాలిని.
జయంతి ముండమాల కాళి భద్రకాళి కపాలిని.
దుర్గా శివా క్షమాదాత్రి స్వాహా స్వదా నమోస్తుతే.
దుర్గా శివా క్షమాదాత్రి స్వాహా స్వదా నమోస్తుతే.
అమ్మా అమ్మా నీవే అఖిలాండేశ్వరి నీవే.
అమ్మా అమ్మా నీవే అఖిలాండేశ్వరి నీవే.
అన్నపూర్ణేశ్వరి నీవే మాది పరాశక్తి నీవే.
అన్నపూర్ణేశ్వరి నీవే మాది పరాశక్తి నీవే.
యథాగ్నిదాయికా శక్తి రామకృష్ణే స్థితా హియా.
యథాగ్నిదాయికా శక్తి రామకృష్ణే స్థితా హియా.
సర్వవిద్యా స్వరూపాం తాం శారదాం ప్రణమామ్యహం.
సర్వవిద్యా స్వరూపాం తాం శారదాం ప్రణమామ్యహం.
అమ్మా అమ్మా నీవే అఖిలాండేశ్వరి నీవే.
అమ్మా అమ్మా నీవే అఖిలాండేశ్వరి నీవే.
అన్నపూర్ణేశ్వరి నీవే మాది పరాశక్తి నీవే.
అన్నపూర్ణేశ్వరి నీవే మాది పరాశక్తి నీవే.
అమ్మా అమ్మా నీవే అఖిలాండేశ్వరి నీవే.
అమ్మా అమ్మా నీవే అఖిలాండేశ్వరి నీవే.
అన్నపూర్ణేశ్వరి నీవే మాది పరాశక్తి 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 నీవే.
ఓం శక్తి ఓం శక్తి ఓం శక్తి ఓం.
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 ఆదిశక్తి మహాశక్తి పరాశక్తి ఓం.
ఆదిశక్తి మహాశక్తి పరాశక్తి ఓం.
ఆదిశక్తి మహాశక్తి పరాశక్తి ఓం.
ఆదిశక్తి మహాశక్తి పరాశక్తి ఓం.
ఓం శక్తి ఓం శక్తి ఓం శక్తి 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 ఓం.
ఆదిశక్తి మహాశక్తి महाशक्ति ओम
आदिशक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति
ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति ओम
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 आदिशक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति ओम
आदिशक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति
ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति ओम
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 आदिशक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति ओम
आदिशक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति ओम
आदिशक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति ओम
आदिशक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति
ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति
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 आदिशक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति ओम
आदिशक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति
आदिशक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति ओम
आदिशक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति
आदिशक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति ओम
Few announcements. 15th December, Thursday, Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi Jayanti will be celebrated in the Mutt in a grand manner. Full details of this program are available on the flex notice board in front of the temple. On the occasion of 125th anniversary of Foundation of Ramakrishna Mission, special events are organized in the Mutt premises. On 17th December, Saturday, a youth convention named Shraddha will be conducted from morning 8 a.m. to evening 7 p.m. All the youngsters can register in advance to participate in this program at Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. On the same day, that is on 17th December, Saturday, evening from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m., a musical discourse on Sri Sharda Devi Mahima will be conducted in the Vivekananda Auditorium by Dr. Dattatreya Velankar from Bangalore. On 18th December, Sunday, a memorial lecture on Swami Ranganathananda Ji will be conducted from 5 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. by Sri V. Srinivas, founder CEO of Illumine Knowledge Resources, Mumbai. Subject is The Eternal Values for a Changing Society. Ramakrishna Vivekananda Bhava Prachara Parishat, Telangana Division will be conducting annual devotees convention on 7th January and 8th January, that is on Saturday and Sunday. Devotees can register their names in the temple basement hall with the convener, Telangana Division, Ramakrishna Vivekananda Bhava Prachara Parishat. All the devotees can participate in all these programs and obtain the grace of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. డిసెంబర్ 15వ తేదీ గురువారం దివ్యజని శారదాదేవి జయంతి మఠంలో వైభవంగా నిర్వహించబడుతుంది. ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి సంబంధించిన పూర్తి వివరాలు దేవాలయం ముందు ఉన్న నోటీస్ బోర్డుపై పొందుపరచబడి ఉన్నాయి. రామకృష్ణ మిషన్ ఆవిర్భావం 125వ వార్షికోత్సవాల సందర్భంగా కొన్ని ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు రామకృష్ణ మఠం నిర్వహిస్తుంది. డిసెంబర్ 17వ తేదీ శనివారం ఉదయం 8 గంటల నుండి సాయంత్రం 7 గంటల వరకు యువతి యువకులకు ఒక ప్రత్యేక యువజన సమ్మేళన కార్యక్రమం నిర్వహించబడుతుంది. ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొనడానికి యువతి యువకులు వారి యొక్క పేర్లను వివేకానంద ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఆఫ్ హ్యూమన్ ఎక్సలెన్స్ కేంద్రంలో నమోదు చేసుకోవచ్చు. అదే రోజు సాయంత్రం 4:30 నుండి 6:30 వరకు శ్రీ దత్తాత్రేయ వేలంకర్ గారిచే శ్రీ శారదాదేవి మహిమ అనే అంశంపై సంగీత విభావరి నిర్వహించబడుతుంది. డిసెంబర్ 18వ తేదీ ఆదివారం సాయంత్రం 5 గంటల నుండి 6:45 వరకు స్వామి రంగనాథానందజీ స్మారకోపన్యాసం ఇల్యూమైన్ నాలెడ్జ్ రిసోర్సెస్ ముంబై వ్యవస్థాపక CEO వి శ్రీనివాస్ గారిచే నిర్వహించబడుతుంది. అంశం మారుతున్న సమాజానికి శాశ్వత విలువలు. రామకృష్ణ వివేకానంద భావ ప్రచార పరిషత్ తెలంగాణ విభాగం 4వ భక్త సమ్మేళనాన్ని జనవరి 7-8 తారీఖులలో నిర్వహిస్తున్నారు. ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొనడానికి భక్తులు తమ పేర్లను దేవాలయం దిగువ హాల్లో భావ ప్రచార పరిషత్ కన్వీనర్ గారి వద్ద రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. After Jayakaram to Holy Trio, devotees can offer pranams to Revered Adhyaksh Maharaj in the temple basement hall.
जय भगवान श्री रामकृष्ण देव की
जय
जय श्री शारदा माई की
जय
जय स्वामी विवेकानंद महाराज की
जय